Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your favorite gangster, and I am back with another bang. You did. And before I even get into anything else, let me let you know what inspired today's video. I just got this t-shirt in the mail. Anybody who knows me, you know I'm a huge wrestling fan of the 90s era and early 2000s, right? Yeah, man, just got this in the mail. I think this right here is just so dope. WrestleMania, March 29th, 1998. 98, right? Yeah. 1998, man. I had to have been 11. I was 11 years old at the time and a super wrestling fanatic. My favorite wrestler, as you can see, is on this t-shirt and on the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, so I'm about to give y'all my top 5 favorite moments in wrestling. Whether it was SmackDown or Raw. Attitude Era. Y'all know Attitude Era was crazy. I wasn't really feeling Sunday Night Heat. I don't know if y'all remember that, Sunday Night Heat. That was kind of like the one where they would have, I guess, the wrestlers who were in training or whatever, or trying to make a name for themselves, so they would show them. And they would, you know, have some of your favorite wrestlers featured on there, but I felt like it was mainly for the wrestlers who were trying to build a name for themselves. But yeah, before we even get into all that, the song that's being played in the background by yours truly, your favorite gangster, Bleu, Cool Guy. Yeah, produced by Serious Beats. Will be available on all streaming platforms sometime in the middle of this month. So y'all stay tuned, man. But let's just get straight into this. Coming in at number 5. And this is the reason why this made my top 5. Is because the story behind it. Is when Rhino gored Chris Jericho through the Titantron. Crazy, right? August 9th, 2001. SmackDown was at the Staples Center, which is now called the Crypto.com Arena or something like that. It's gonna always be the Staples Center to me. But yeah, SmackDown was in LA. I'm like, yo, this is my chance to see my favorite wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, I think Undertaker was on the card, Ivory, Jacqueline, the Dudley Boys. I'm not sure. I think Kane was there. If I'm not sure, but yo, it was just so dope. So look, I found out that they was gonna be in town, right? And so I asked my mom if she can give me some tickets. And at the time, moms didn't have the money to get me the tickets. So what I did was I saved up my lunch money. I would get $5 every day for lunch. So I saved up my lunch money. Either I wouldn't eat at school or I would just eat the cafeteria food to save my money. Back then, you were able to sell your bus tokens. You were able to go to the corner liquor store, sell your bus tokens. They'll give you cash for it. And I was doing all of that, man, to save up my money. You know, I'd take a lunch to school or something like that. But I was saving up my lunch money every day for like 2-3 weeks. I was just saving. I would not spend. Whatever it is that I got, I would just save it. So when the time came, it was my partner Eric and his stepdad. It was my partner Eric and his stepdad. No. It wasn't his, wait, was it his stepdad or real dad? It was his stepdad. It was his stepdad. So I go to wrestling with them. I go to SmackDown. We get up there. My dumb self is thinking that I'm going to be able to purchase a ticket when I get there, like purchasing a ticket at the door. No, wasn't happening. So I was just so bummed out, like, man, when they said that they were sold out. And, you know, my boy Eric, his dad was like, well, look, like, I don't know what to tell you. I can get you a cab back to the house. And I'm like, yo, I'm hot, yo. I'm tight. Like, I'm like, man, this ain't cool. Like, this is not what it is. I'm like, I have to get inside that building, man. I'm not missing out. So, of course, a scalper is yelling out, he got tickets for sale. This is where the story is like, it's crazy, right? So, I get the tickets for $40. I get one ticket for $40. I'm thinking when we get to the door, they gonna be like, yo, this ticket is fucking fake. Get out of here. And hey, I get there, my ticket was legit. I get inside, my heart racing. I'm like, yo, like I'm in here. We get in there. My boy Eric and his dad, they sitting way up. They sitting up there. I didn't even really look at my ticket. So when I got in the door, they check your tickets and tell you where to go sit, where your seat is at. So they telling me like, hey, all right, keep walking down. So I'm walking down. Another person check my stuff. She like, yeah, you keep walking down there. You'll see. Basically, I'm on the floor. By the entrance. I'm right by the Titantron, by the entrance. And I'm tripping, like I'm tripping, like, yo, I'm really here and I'm on the floor. My first time ever coming to a wrestling event. I'm thinking like, man, like, and this was a cold bar because I didn't even have no money for no food, no drinks, no nothing like that. I just saved up enough money to what I thought I was gonna be able to get a ticket, and hey, I lucked up, right? So I didn't even care that I didn't have no money for no food or anything like that. I just so happened to be sitting next to some people who saw that I was by myself and they looked out for me. Shouts out to those people, man. And it was just such a dope experience. But I was there for the moment Rhino gored Chris Jericho through the Titantron. That shit was crazy, man. Most definitely a special moment. Most definitely a moment that I will never forget. 2001, man. I was 14. Lit at the Staples Center, man. Like I said, I got a chance to see my favorite wrestler. And it was just I had a really, really, really great time. So for anybody who is, a wrestling fan and hasn't been to a wrestling event, I would highly suggest that you go see it live, man, because you're gonna love it. You're gonna have a dope time, man. So yeah, that's why that's my number 5. Look, we are at number 4. Coming in at number 4 is when DX. First off, man, who wasn't rocking with DX? Like, who wasn't telling their teachers or whatever? Like, a lot of us were getting sent to the office for telling the teacher to suck it and do it. Hey, DX had a huge impact and influence on a lot of the younger generation, man. A lot of us back then during those times, DX was just lit. They were fun and funny. Like, it was like I say, who wasn't rocking with DX, man? But yeah, when they got into it with my favorite wrestler, it was on and popping, right? Hey, number 4, my number 4 favorite moment in wrestling is when Stone Cold Steve Austin blew up the DX Express. Who remembers the DX Express? Remember they even had that a part of the storyline in the SmackDown video game? I think it came out, 2002 or 2003, one of those, I'm not sure. But yeah, they even had that, and that was what was so dope about the wrestling video games, was that they would have the actual stuff that would happen in real life a part of the video games, the storyline and stuff like that, man. That's what made playing the game so dope, was going through what you just saw the night before. I mean, not the night before, but what you remember seeing or watching, and, on TV, watching it live or whatever, and then now you're able to go through the same storyline during a video game, and maybe even have your own outcome of it. You know what I mean? So that was one of my favorites. Like, they kept messing with Stone Cold, man. Like, they thought they was lit. They thought it was sweet over here, man. Stone Cold, nothing to be played with. Had the whole little Austin construction thing or whatever it was called. And hey, I bet they knew after that. Well, they didn't learn their lesson because they kept fucking with him and he had to keep fucking them up. Y'all gonna learn to stop playing with that man. Well, they did eventually. A lot of people had to learn the hard way because Stone Cold said so. Yeah. Alright, so look, we are at my favorite number 3. And my number 3 favorite moment in wrestling is Shane McMahon climbing to the top of the Titantron. Like, he climbed all the way to the top and jumped off that motherfucker. Yo, Shane McMahon versus Big Show. Shane McMahon, first off, let me just shout out Shane McMahon for always being on some fly shit. If y'all ever paid attention to Shane McMahon's sneaker game, he'd be out there wrestling in some Jordan 3s, some retro ones, or like, well, not retro ones, but Jordan 1s, Jordan 3s, 4s. Like, you would see Shane McMahon in some fly ass sneakers, man, for real. So I just had to put that out there. But yeah, like, yo, this match was crazy. When he literally climbed up to the top, right? Like, he literally, like, that was crazy. Cause I'm afraid of heights. Like, I do not do heights. I don't do roller coasters. I don't do roller coasters. I don't do, I ain't getting on no elevator if it's going past the 10th floor, 11th floor. Like, I'm cool, yo. You know, I just don't like heights. So, hey, I salute that man. Climbing that and then jumping all the way. Hey, yo, so we are at number 2, man. Number 2. Hey, look. This one, it may make some people upset. So if it does, forgive me. I don't mean to offend nobody. You know, I have to say that now because we live in such sensitive times, which is why I feel like this era of wrestling would not have been able to air in today's times. Like, Vince McMahon was giving us some crazy stuff. We had bra and panties matches back then. Edge literally did like a little soft porn scene with Lita, if I'm not mistaken, in a big ass bed in the middle of the. I'm not sure if that was Lita or not, but yeah, Edge was the dude that was in the bed, acting like they was taking their clothes off, like they was really doing the dude, in this big ass bed that they put in the middle of the ring. That was crazy, man. But look, number 2, the Dudley Boys giving Mae Young the 3D through the table. That was crazy, man. Like, yo, like, what made it even more crazier is because one of the Dudleys, they were wrestling Mark Henry. And that was wild, right? Remember when Mark Henry and Mae Young had a thing like that? That was wild to me. But, hey, it sold tickets. It put asses in seats, man. It was entertaining. It was funny and fun to look at. But, yeah, like I said, that shit was insane. To really powerbomb this old lady like through this table off the stage, that was crazy, man. But let's get into this number 1. But before we get into the number 1, again, cool guy. the single, produced by Serious Beats, will be available on all streaming platforms. Sometime later this month, middle of this month, y'all just stay tuned. But until then, I got Nike Flow and I got Big Business that's out right now. So y'all go download, stream, or whatever it is you need to do. But bang that. Bang both of those. You understand me? Continue to support your favorite gangsta artist, Bleu, because I love y'all. We are finally here. Number one. Hell in a Cell. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Hell in a Cell match. I already know y'all know what I'm talking about. Mankind, Undertaker. Need I say more? Mankind, something special in this wrestling business. Super special. We all love Mankind. Which, matter of fact, put down in the comments which character did y'all like the most. Mankind, Cactus Jack, or Dude Love. And then what? Would we consider Mick Foley, like when he was just, I guess, himself? Would we count that as a character? But, yo, y'all let me know in the comments which character that Mick Foley played that y'all like. Me, I'm riding with Mankind. I love Cactus Jack, though. I love Cactus Jack. Dude Love was like whatever for me. Excuse me. But Mankind, that was, man. Mankind versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell match. Hey, The Undertaker really just, they put on, I can't even call that a hell of a match. Like, that whole match was amazing. That whole match was amazing. And the cool part about it is when he threw him off the top of the cell. And then they came and brought the stretchers and all that and was hauling him up. He got up and came back and still climbed. I think, he climbed the thing and wanted to still. I said, oh yeah, bro. This dude is special. This dude is crazy. He's lit. Like, he's giving the fans more than what they pay for. More than what we pay for. He's, yo. Shout outs to Mankind, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, all that, whatever you want to know. When I saw that for the first time, when that aired on TV, and I was sitting in the living room with my little cousins, and we was watching that, I couldn't believe what I had just saw. I honestly thought Mankind was dead. Like, literally, like, I thought we watched this man fall to his death or be thrown to his death, thrown off of a cell to his death. Like, I really thought dude was dead. And that's why I said for him to get back up and still, yo, that was crazy. Whether people want to label wrestling being fake or not, yo, being thrown off of a, however tall that cage or cell was, and landing down on this table, that's like really being your own stunt double, your own stunt man. Like, you take all those bumps and bruises yourself. Ain't nothing fake about that. You dig? So, yo, man, again, shout out to The Undertaker. Another one of my favorites, man. The Undertaker is just like, I mean, The Undertaker is The Undertaker. He came through and tore shit up. That's just what he did. The American Badass, the Taker, Undertaker, whichever phase or whichever version character of him that you like, he came through, put on, tore it up, man. Shouts out to The Undertaker. And shouts out to Mankind for giving us that memory. Way too dope. So there you have it, my top 5 favorite moments in wrestling. It's your favorite gangsta artist, Bleu. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, to get notified every time I drop off a banger, because like I told y'all before, all month of September, I'm dropping off banger after banger after banger. Again, it's your favorite gangsta August, Bleu. Yeah.